Good evening, YouTube. We're here to talk about my CPU, the AMD FX-8300 8-core processor. My motherboard is the 970 Pro Gaming Aurora, BIOS version 1001. I actually got the AMD FX-8300 overclocked to 5.2 millihertz, which is great. The performance gain is great, and actually both of the turbo cores are on 7.0 millihertz, which is the maximum gain of performance and overclock you can get for this processor. And I'm gaming in 4K settings, everything turned to Ultra HD, everything turned on high, 55, 60 frames per second. Everything is smooth with an AMD RX 488 gigabyte MSI Armor Overclock Edition card. So we're going to get right into this, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my settings, YouTube. Alright, so your AMD Turbo Core technology, you're actually going to have it enabled, even though they specifically tell you, for overclocking, you want your AMD Turbo Core technology disabled. For this high of an overclock and this performance gain, you're actually going to want it enabled. Okay? Your turbo core ratio and turbo core 1 ratio, you're going to put those both to 35.0. Okay? Your CPU bus frequency, 200. Your PCIe frequency is 100. Memory frequency that I have, 1600 millihertz. Your CPU North Bridge frequency, 2600 millihertz. HT link speed, 2400 millihertz. CPU spread spectrum enabled. PCIe spread spectrum enabled. EPU power saving mode. Definitely disable this. It's just going to stop the processor from getting the overclock that you want. This maximum overclock is not going to work with that. Not many overclocks, period, are going to work with that on. So just disable that. Okay. We're going to go down to some other settings down here. Okay. We got our voltage mode in manual. Okay, so your CPU manual voltage, you're going to put that at 1.50, which is actually the maximum voltage that is safe for this processor. Okay? That's the safest one that you want. Anything over that with this overclock, you're going to get an over voltage warning. It might not hurt your processor, but this is definitely stable for it. And anything over it is just not going to be stable with this overclock. So your CPU manual voltage, like I said before, you want that at 1.50 volts. Your CPU Northbridge manual voltage, you want that at 1.40 volts. Your CPU VDDA voltage, you want that at 2.53 volts. Your DRAM voltage, I have mine at 1.55. That'll probably be great for you too. Northbridge voltage, 1.25. And North Bridge HT voltage, you want that at 1.36, okay? 1.36 or 1.35 could actually work for this, depending on your power supply. And your North Bridge voltage is just going to be on auto. You don't really have to mess with that. So I'm going to let you guys view these settings down here one more time too. Okay. And we slide over here so you guys can see the numbers with it. I'm sorry if you guys have to just pause your video. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my other settings as well. Okay. In the advanced tab. Okay, advanced. Your CPU configuration. Okay, these are all your like power saving for the CPU. Just disable them all. Okay, you don't need any of those, literally. This North Bridge. Yeah, all of this stuff right here you can actually leave the same. Obviously, if you're using a graphics card, you want it on PCI first. Let's see. CPU cores is another important setting over here. You want all those enabled because they're going to be pushing the 7.0 whenever your processor wants to go past 5.2 gigahertz. So you're definitely going to want all your CPU cores enabled. Your APM settings, these actually don't matter, but these are my settings. You can pause the video real quick and get the settings. Let me make sure I showed you guys everything, YouTube. This is actually my voltage screen. I'm going to show you guys nothing is in red from this overclock. Everything is running good. My fans. I actually do have like a coarser cooler, like a water pump on my processor. Cost me like $100, maybe 150, something like that. I put those both on upper and lower temperature 20 and 20 because with that overclock, you're going to want your water pump to work maximum at all times. So, and the duties of it, you want it minimum and max 100. Okay, but let me scroll up one more time so you guys can see nothing's overvolted, nothing's hurt. It's the most stable overclock and best performance gain overclock I've gotten. It's beautiful, you guys. So just look at these settings again. Okay, sorry, hold on one second. These are all your voltages. They're very important. And thanks again, YouTube, for watching. Fendi Benji Computer Repair. Go ahead, put this overclock in. My PC enthusiast, put this overclock in and let me know what performance gains you guys actually get. My computer's running wonderful. It is just running so wonderful, and I just can't wait to see what other people can do with this. So please, you guys, take this video, like and subscribe, and please, let's push on the performance from this step. And let's make this be a PC marathon for processors. Have a good day, YouTube. Fendi Benji, Computer Assembly.